Hello and welcome back to the Cyber Education. Today, we are dividing into one of the fundamental concepts in computer network, OSI model. Okay, whether you are a beginner or looking to refresh your knowledge, this video will break down to the OSI model simply and easy to understand. Okay, now start. OSI. Okay, OSI model stands for Open System Interconnection. Okay, the Open System Interconnection model is a foundational concept that shapes how we build digital environment. The OSI model is a conceptual framework that describes how different computer systems communicate with each other inside network or cloud or internet environment. The OSI model is divided into 7 layers. Okay, physical layers, data link layers, network, transport, station, presentation, and application. Okay, now start application layer. Okay. Application layer provide the networking process to the end user. It's a protocol enable the layer 7 to work with whatever data the client is using. Okay, for example, it's work with the HTTP protocol. Okay, HTTP to support applications such as a web browser, a specific application, and emails. Okay, now presentation. Presentation layer handles syntax processing. Okay, it's convert data from one format to another. For example, when you complete a transaction on a e-commerce site, your transaction will exist in the language of the application. So the presentation layer take this data and translate it into networking compatible language, enabling it to be transmitted as part of the network process. The presentation layer takes any data transmitted by the application layer and prepare it for the transmission over the session layer. Okay, like using encrypt and decoding. Encrypt, decrypt, and decoding. Okay. Now session layer. Session layer handle the connection between different devices in the network. It's create communication channels called session. Okay, between the devices. It is responsible for opening session, ensuring they remain open and foundational and functional while data is being transferred, and closing them when communication ends. The session layer can also set checkpoints during a data transfer. This means if the session is interrupted, device can easily resume data transfer from the last checkpoint. Okay, and once a session is established, the data is passed to or from the transport layer. Okay, now transport layer. Transport layer within a OSI model manage the transfer of the data across the connection or host. It takes data transferred in the session layer and break into the segments to be transmitted. Conversely, as the data comes back through the stack, the transport layer is responsible for resampling segmented data and turning it back into a format readable by the session layer. The transport layer also manages flow control. Okay, it's a send data at a rate that match the connection speed of the receiving device. It's also carry out error control, ensuring data. Okay, ensuring data was received correctly. If not, it requests the data again. Okay. Now, network layer. Network layer manages the routing of the data when data arrives. Each frame of the data is screened to confirm whether it's reached its intent target. Okay. This layer manages the mapping between addresses or forwarding packets of the data to its IP address. Okay, it's a use network layer protocol to create logical path known as a virtual circuits. Okay, A packet is a data unit that contains source and destination IP and a protocol specific field and data and error field. Okay. This included inform about error connection. Okay. Segmenting the data as a packets make it easier to retransmit interrupted or lost slices of data. Okay, it easier to retransmit and interrupt or lost pieces of data. Okay, now data link layer. Data link layer. The data link layer is often divided into two layers. Okay, media access control and logical link control layers. Okay, the max sub layers control how a computer on the network gain access to the data and permission to transmit it. Okay, the logical link control layer control the frame synchronization, flow control, and error checking. Okay, the data link layer package bit of information into a data frame to be is sent to the physical layer. A data frame is the protocol data unit or the PUD of the data link layer and represent a group of information. The physical layers just accept and transmit data without analyzing the meaning of its structure. Okay, the job of the data link layer to create and recognize frame boundaries. Okay, physical layers. Okay, physical layers model. It's responsible for sending raw bits from one computer to another computer over a network. It does not deal with the data of these bits and is majorly concerned with the setup of physical connection to the network. It's play the role of interacting with actual hardware and signaling mechanisms. Okay, it's the only layer of the OSI network model that deal with the physical connectivity and is responsible for establishing, maintaining, and deactivating the physical connection of two different computer devices in a network. This layer defines the hardware equipment topology, cabling made of transmission, wiring, frequency, plus used to represent binary signals, etc. Okay. Now, how does communication happen in the OSI model? Okay. The OSI model is designed in such a way that one application on a devices can communicate over a network with another application, regardless of how too complex the application and underlying system may be. In a standard and protocol help enable communication with the layer above and below. Okay, each layer is self-contained, knowing only the interface to talk to the layer above and below it. Okay, all these layers and protocol chain together can now send complex data communication from one high-level application to another. Okay, now the process. Okay, the application layer of the sender software passes the data communication down to the next layer below. Each layer added its own header and addressing to the data before sending it down the stack. Okay, the data communication moved down the layer unit to it is finally transmitted over the physical medium. At the other end of the medium, each layer make the appropriate processing of the data based on the applicable header at that layer. Okay. On the receiving end, the data move after the layer and continue to do a packed until it reach the application at the other end. Okay, thank you for watching. If you like this video, please like, share and subscribe for more videos.